So what was bland earlier today has become outspoken, right?
Right.
Is it a pretty design? For sure not. Do you like it? No. Do I like it? No, right? But is it a design you'll remember? For sure.
Okay.
Is it a design that has got people's attention, as in you will say that, that's an XUV and there's nothing else quite like that? For sure.
Okay.
It has happened. So in that sense, design's job is to make a vehicle stand out.
And become palatable. Yeah.
Yeah. Is the design palatable? The simple instance I can give you from our very own example was, did I like this design before I got in and drove the car? No, I did not. I drove from here to Pune, and by the time I got there, I wasn't even thinking about it, right? And in the same...
That usually happens when you're inside the car and you can't see the exterior,
Yeah.
right?
It's quite simple. It's somebody else's problem now. Right? For instance, now I'm going to bring up something else. Now this is the XUV300, right?
4XO, which equals to the same mathematical things as the same car.
So the XUV300 is the Tivoli in its full size, right? This has been chopped down so that it fits under 4 meters,
sub 4 meters,
right?
yeah.
Which was done for the 300 itself. So there's no change to the chassis and all like that. That remains the same in terms of its overall dimensions. But we used to talk about this so much that the car looks so awkward, that the rear looks too small, the front looks longer, all of that, it doesn't look right. But do we discuss it anymore?
No, but see, in Mahindra's case, I think there is precedent for this. And the precedent was set really well by the Quanto. So as long as Mahindra stays above the Quanto, you cannot call them regressing, right? Because the Quanto just looked like the worst thing ever.
By the same analogy, now that Mahindra has stepped forward with the XUV700, right? This, to me, again, is not the upward arc of that trajectory.
Okay.
This is not their next best design.
This is a flashy backwards thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
They are having to work with what was existing and work around it the best that they can. So there are challenges, there are inconveniences the designers would have to work with. So like this has a new hood, it has a new face, but the rest of it from the side and all, it's the same, right? The dimensions.
It is a facelift in that sense. It's not a generation change.
Correct. So they've done what they could to make it stand out and all of that. But the point is, it's not really setting, like with every new vehicle, you are looking at a brand and saying, this is their next greatest and best or whatever, right? Does this feel like that in terms of its aesthetic appeal? No. On the upside, what was the worst angle earlier, the rear, is now the best angle for me. The new tail lamps, the way they're done, they are of course connected and all of that, but the way they kind of stick out of the bodywork, the lines there, that looks modern, that looks cool.
Okay.
So there's nice stuff happening there. At the front, just some details. There's the whole headlamp, grille, that entire section is blacked out. It does have a few modern touches like that. It feels like a closed off grille. Yeah, that's basically what I'm gonna stop at for design.
So does the design have X factor or not?
X factor? Yeah, it definitely has, because you can attribute any value to X. So it does.
I love how much maths has already happened on this MotorInc first. I love it.
So, yeah, I mean, it has the X factor. What that means and what it stands for, you figure it out.
Pour your heart out. You have 60 seconds. Too little? Try 120. No, too little? Okay, 3 minutes. Yeah, we can't do it either. That's why we have the main MotorInc channel. And this is a clip from a much longer video that discusses this idea in much, much more detail. This vehicle in great detail. If you'd like to see that, you'll have to head there.